And we say good morning to you. We're live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City on this Wednesday, the 20th day of September, 2017. Our 597th show. It is, and the countdown to Christmas, if you care, and most don't. We're at 95 days till Christmas, 2017. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that, and so here we go. This is the verse to get it started today out of the book of Acts. Because I'm at your right hand, you will not be shaken. Therefore, let your heart be glad, your tongue rejoice, live in hope. I will not abandon you. Man, what a powerful verse. 2 verses. Because I'm at your right hand, you will not be shaken. Therefore, let your heart be glad, your tongue rejoice, rather. Live in hope. I will not abandon you. Let me read it one more time without messing it up. Because I am at your right hand, you will not be shaken, because I'm there for you. Therefore, let your heart be glad, your tongue rejoice, live in hope, and I will not abandon you. And there you go. That's the verse today to get us started here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, show number 597. Guest today, Brian Malone, comes by here in a little while from Express Title and Closing. We'll talk a little sports. Also coming up in a few minutes, Karen Hubbs will join us in the Goose Chase. Got the Bluegrass Half Marathon coming up this weekend here in Johnson City. Heather Miller from... I just said her name and her head spun. Heather Miller from Chick-Fil-A is going to join us, talking about these 2 new breakfast items coming up here in a few minutes. So all that straight ahead. We got lots of sports, got some changes in NASCAR, got college football news, the very latest in Major League Baseball, college football, as we mentioned, high school football, all that straight ahead here on the Tom Douglas Sports Shows. We'll take a break, come right back. We'll get Heather in here, and our first segment, we'll take a look at Major League Baseball. Greg Salyer won't be with us today. He's on vacation, so he'll be back with us next week. So we'll do our dead level best to bring you Major League Baseball, let you know what's going on. We'll do that coming up. That and Heather Miller is next here on show number 597 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the parts. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-Fil-A. Chick-Fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
we're back. Nope, I'm not Heather Miller. We're live here again at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We thank you for being with us again on this Wednesday, and let's bring her in here and see what's going on with this young lady. Boom, there she is. Well, she's not there, but she is going to be there. She is. Heather Miller from Chick-Fil-A. Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Good. Now, your homework assignment last week was to be ready to tell us about not one, but two new breakfast items here at Chick-fil-A. Tell me about it.
All right, so the two items are our scrambled hash brown bowl and our scrambled hash brown burrito. And in it is the scrambled eggs, the cheese, the hash browns, your choice of grilled chicken, sausage, our regular crispy chicken, and the burrito is the same way, but it's just wrapped in a burrito.
Yep. And so it's been going great guns so far. So, again, the bowl, you have a choice inside of the bowl of sausage,
grilled chicken, or our original crispy Chick-fil-A chicken.
All right, so let's do a visual. Starting from the bottom up in this bowl. What's in the bottom of the bowl? She's got her hands. Okay. Class.
I'll have to visualize it, too.
Let's do this together with Miss Miller. Class. Okay, good. At the bottom of the bowl.
So we put in the scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs.
And then our hash browns. They're all kind of mixed together.
Yep.
And then we put on top your choice of chicken or sausage, and then cheese on top of that, so it's nice and melted.
That sounds awesome. So very, very good. And then also the wrap. Let's go through the wrap. Let's use this. Class, start with the wrap.
Start with the wrap.
There we go.
I guess like this. Again, it's just our scrambled eggs and hash browns kind of mixed in, your choice of the chicken or sausage, and then cheese sprinkled throughout, and then we roll it up nice and tight for you.
Two brand new items again here at Chick-fil-A for breakfast. And then, of course, as we were saying during the break, it's going to be in the 80s all the way through next week, which I love. It can stay 80s all the time as far as I'm concerned. It beats the snow and the rain and the ice, but it won't stay that way forever. But it's still hot until next week for sure. So what do we have to cool down?
We have our milkshakes. Again, we have cookies and cream, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. We also have our frosted lemonades, which is our lemonade mixed with ice cream, and that comes in diet and regular. Our frosted coffee, which again is our coffee base mixed with our ice cream, and then our iced coffees, which comes in original and vanilla.
We'll ask her in just a second about the trays you can come in and get because it's football season. So what are some of the different trays? Coming up, we're going to be joined by Karen Hubbs with the Goose Chase, the Bluegrass Half Marathon. Up next, we're going to take a look at Major League Baseball and kind of break things down. And the pennant races are kind of winding down, but the wild card games, wild card teams getting into the playoffs is very much heated up, and we'll go through that here in just a second. So, Heather, it's football season. Folks want to grab a tray, and they say, they got the gang coming over to watch the game this weekend, or you're taking off on a Friday night to go to a football game and want to take a tray with you. What kind of trays do we have to go and pick up and take home?
Well, we have our chicken nugget trays, which come in small, medium, or large, depending on how many people you want to feed. We also have our strip trays. And then to accompany all of those, we have a cookie tray, a fruit tray, and we also have wrap and sandwiches trays. Those are a little bit more special, I think. So I'm not sure if there's a certain size for those.
So on a Friday night or a Saturday morning or a Saturday afternoon, we call up and say, hey, I need a tray. What kind of leeway time, out of fairness to the of course, you guys do it pretty quick, but out of fairness, what do you need? 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 40 minutes? What do you need?
Maybe about 40 minutes to an hour ahead.
Sure. And that's fair. I mean, to walk in and go, I want it right now is a little, although they can probably do it, but out of fairness to the staff, particularly on Saturdays, the place is slammed all the time. So when you call in and get a tray to order, whether it's the cookies or the fruit or the strip tray, as you mentioned, or whatever, please give them a little bit of time, and that would be something they would say thank you ahead of time. So looking at camera in closing up there, this is Heather Miller, Chick-fil-A. Look in the camera and tell them why it's such a cool, why you like working at Chick-fil-A. What's the neat thing about working at Chick-fil-A?
Neat thing about working at Chick-fil-A? All the food. I smell like chicken all the time. It's great.
You're supposed to say because you get to work with Connie.
And I get to work with Connie. I actually work right under Connie, so.
There you go. Connie and Tim and all the kids. So it's a busy time this time of year. It's always busy. We're talking about 95 days to Christmas. We're not that far away from the Chick-fil-A calendars. They'll be in here pretty soon.
They will.
Yep. And so I don't know what the new theme is this year, but it's always cool to get a Chick-fil-A calendar, and it's not that far away. So that'll be something we can take a look at. So one more time before I let you go, please run down for us again the brand new breakfast items. There's two of them here at Chick-fil-A.
Right. They are our scrambled hash brown burrito and our scrambled hash brown bowl, both with your choice of chicken, sausage. There's scrambled eggs, hash browns, and cheese inside.
And we serve breakfast until what time in the morning?
Until 10:30.
Until 10:30. See, she said that a while ago. She said, I'm an old pro at this. This is her second time. She did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. She is awesome. That's our buddy Heather Miller doing a great job again. We are live here at Chick-Fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City. We're here again on this Wednesday, and we appreciate her very much, doing a phenomenal job as always. So let's jump back in here and let's go, and let's take a look and see what's going on again here in the world of Major League Baseball here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 597. Tomorrow will be at Champion Chevrolet. Friday we're going to be doing the Carnival at Town Acres Elementary School. We're going to be doing the show, but we'll be talking a little bit about the Carnival, but we're still going to keep the show intact as we always do on Fridays, but we will be on location at Town Acres Elementary School getting ready for the big school carnival. Monday, we'll be in the hills of West Virginia. Looking forward to heading off to West Virginia on Monday and doing the show live from Hardee's in South Charleston, West Virginia. Then next Tuesday, we'll be at Bracken Paving, brand new stop for us, one of our great sponsors from day one. We're going to be at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance on Tuesday. Next Wednesday, we will be right back here at Chick-fil-A. Next Thursday at Champion Chevrolet, and next Friday, can't tell you. Couldn't even tell you where I'm going to be. That's too far down the road, but I don't know why I got into that, because now I can't remember where I'm going to be next Friday, but we're all over the place, and we enjoy that very much. Brian Malone joins us coming up here in just a little while from Express Title and Closing, talking sports in general. Got on Facebook on Saturday night, and so did he. I want Brian to talk about college football. We're going to ask him what went wrong with the Tennessee football game. It's like, Tom, let it go. Nah, folks aren't letting it go. And with good reason. I mean, UMass is coming to town. That's not much competition. They're 0-4. So this football team's got to get ready in a hurry for Georgia and South Carolina, Kentucky, and all the SEC matchups. A little trip down to Alabama coming up here pretty soon. So Tennessee's got to right the ship. We'll talk to Brian about that and other things coming up in sports coming up here at the top of the hour. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Again, Greg Salyer on vacation this week, and deservedly so. He's out of town, so we will jump in here and bring to you what we've got as far as Major League Baseball. First, the scoreboard from last night. Red Sox in 11 beat the Orioles 1-0. Phillies over the Dodgers 6-2. It was the Brewers blanking Pittsburgh 1-0. What a disappointing team this year, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have just woefully underperformed. Yankees over the Twins 5-2. Blue Jays beat Kansas City 5-2. Cubs 2, Rays 1 in 10 innings. The Marlins beat the Mets 5-4. The Oakland A's defeated Detroit 9-8. Also, Cardinals in 10 over the Reds 8-7. Nationals double up Atlanta 4-2. Astros 3, the White Sox 1. Cleveland beat the Angels 6-3. San Diego over the Padres. The Padres of San Diego over the Arizona Diamondbacks 6-2. Rangers beat the Mariners 3-1, and the Rockies and the Giants got them 4-3. By the way, Major League Baseball set a home run record last night. Most home runs in a season. Home run number 5,694 of the Major League Baseball season. Guy that did it was Royals outfielder Alex Gordon. Made himself the answer to a trivia question by bopping home run number 5,694 of the Major League Baseball season. That's been the most home runs ever in a regular season in Major League Baseball, and of course that's what they wanted. They juiced the ball up a little bit, and the pitchers and everything else going on where they want to accentuate offense, and so that's what they're getting. 5,694 home runs so far, and we're still in the regular season. One of those guys, ace slugger Matt Olson, his 23rd home run of the season. He became the first rookie to homer 15 times during a 21-game stretch. How about that? Matt Olson, Oakland A's slugger rookie, his 23rd home run of the season, and again, the first rookie to hit 15 home runs during a 21-game stretch. There's another piece of baseball trivia for you. He is the first rookie in Major League Baseball history with 15 home runs in a 21-game stretch. That's pretty cool. What else happening in Major League Baseball here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show? The Brewers keeping pace with the Cubs, shutting out the Padres for the second successive night. Brewers remain 3.5 games back in the National League Central with 11 to play. They still have a 4-game set coming later this week against the Cubs. As for the wild card race, the Brewers are now a game behind the Rockies thanks to the Giants' walk-off victory last night. Here are the scenarios. So far, 3 teams have clinched the division titles: Houston, Cleveland, and the Nationals. One other has clinched a postseason berth. That would be the Los Angeles Dodgers. That means there are 6 postseason spots up for grabs with 13 days to go in the regular season, which is exactly what Major League Baseball's brass wanted. And so here we go. Let's run them down for you. The Red Sox, 4 games to clinch a postseason spot. 10, the magic number 10, to clinch the American League East. The Yankees, magic number is 7 to clinch a postseason spot. The Minnesota Twins, 12, magic number to clinch a postseason spot. The Dodgers, 3 to clinch the National League West. The Cubs, 10-game magic number to clinch the National League Central. Arizona needs their magic number down to 6 to clinch a postseason spot. And the Colorado Rockies, same, they need their magic number is 11 to clinch a postseason spot for the Rockies in Major League Baseball. So the magic number, by the way, the number of wins by the top team and losses by the pursuing team needed to clinch. So any combination of Red Sox wins and Yankee losses totaling 10 the rest of the season will clinch the division title for the Boston Red Sox. Both the Dodgers and the Red Sox can clinch as soon as tomorrow. Washington National outfielder Bryce Harper took batting practice over the weekend, is inching closer to a return. The team wants him back as soon as possible so he can get in some games and shake the rust off before the postseason. Also, Dodgers shortstop Corey Seager playing with a nagging elbow injury, says his manager Dave Roberts. They're watching that day-to-day for the Dodgers shortstop. Mets manager Terry Collins indicating the club will discuss right-hand pitcher Matt Harvey's status for the rest of the season. 6.59 ERA and a 13.19 ERA in 4 starts since coming back from a shoulder injury. He's been getting hammered pretty hard. Orioles manager Buck Showalter says he does not think right-handed pitcher Dylan Bundy needs to be shut down. 24-year-old Bundy, who has a history of arm problems, has thrown a career high by far of 169 and 2/3 innings of baseball, again, so far this season. So Showalter says, put him back out there. I don't think he's Oh, good. Okay. Showalter says Dylan Bundy is the man that needs to be back out there, even though he's thrown a career 169 innings so far. So, anyway, that's what's going on in Major League Baseball there. Again, the wild card, again, we're down to, as we said, a couple of teams left in the National League. It's Arizona, and in Colorado, Milwaukee, and the Cardinals. In the American League, it's the Yankees, and in Minnesota, the Angels, Texas, and even Seattle on the outside looking in as a possibility for that wild card. Again, all 3 divisional winners, and then the 2 teams get in the wild card play a 1-game postseason game to get themselves the right to get into the postseason. So that's how that goes. And so we're down to Yankees, Minnesota, Angels, and Texas for all intents and purposes in the American League, with the Yankees being for sure the front runner there. And then in the National League, Arizona's in the catbird seat, and Colorado, Milwaukee, and the Cardinals are giving chase to be the other team in that 1-game playoff. All right, Major League Baseball, let's take a look at them. And here's who's playing where today. Afternoon games, you have the Mets in Miami, in Florida, Colorado at San Francisco. Under the lights tonight, the Dodgers in Philadelphia, Milwaukee at Pittsburgh. Cubs will be in Tampa Bay. You have St. Louis at Cincinnati, Washington and Atlanta, and Arizona at San Diego. In the American League, Minnesota and the Yankees, a day game at Yankee Stadium. Oakland and Detroit's going to be in a day game as well situation. Tonight under the lights, Boston continues their series in Baltimore. Kansas City at Toronto. The Cubs will be set in Tampa Bay. White Sox will be in Houston. Oakland with the series continuing in LA against the Angels, and the Texas Rangers in Seattle. And that's your Major League Baseball schedule for this Wednesday, September the 20th, 2017. Some more baseball notes. The Atlanta Braves got good news. They're going to get a brand new workout facility down in Sarasota. Braves receiving final approval for a new spring training complex near Sarasota. Again, the city commissioners in Northport voted 3-2 to approve a $100 million complex. Teams plan to break ground next month. The facility is scheduled to be open in 2019, meaning the Braves will spend 1 more year at their current Disney World complex, where they have trained since 1998. According to financing documents, Florida taxpayers will provide about $40 million towards the project plus interest. A private developer will contribute over $5 million. The Braves picking up the remaining $55 million. So the Braves get a new training complex in Sarasota, Florida, planning to open in 2019. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Karen Hubb's due to join us, come up with the Goose Chase. Also at the top of the hour, talking to Brian Malone. College football, lots of changes. Tennessee's got their 2018 college football schedule out. They released that yesterday, and it's interesting who they open up with, and they've got a couple of cream puffs next year, but they got some tough ones too. And one stretch, goodness, after an off week in one stretch, Tennessee will go by visiting Auburn, hosting Alabama, and traveling to South Carolina on consecutive weekends. So they got another tough schedule coming up for 2018 for the Volunteers of Tennessee. Quick break, we'll be right back. We'll take a look at some college football, and Karen Hubb's due to join us next here. We're live at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings in North Johnson City. Show number 597, brought to you by our great sponsor, Grip Energy Drink.
Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
I'm Tom Taylor, you are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back on the Don Douglas Sports Show. We are live here again at Chick-Fil-A, The Crossings, and nope, I'm not Karen Hubbs. We're about to put this.
You could be.
Well, no, there's only one Karen Hubbs. I can tell you that. There she is, my buddy.
Hey.
Love this lady. She's awesome. Karen Hubbs again from goosechase.org. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You doing
good?
Very
good, yeah.
That's West Virginia. You don't say how are you. So anyway, she's doing great, and we're doing great, and always look forward to having her here. And man, we have talked this up all summer, and it is here. Here it is, the Bluegrass Half Marathon coming up this weekend at Founders Park here in Johnson City. BluegrassHalfMarathon.com, and what'd you say? Over 500 folks already signed up.
We're getting close.
That's awesome. So again, for folks who have no clue, make the assumption that's out there. Tell us about the Bluegrass Half Marathon.
It's our 8th annual Bluegrass Half Marathon. It was created, of course, 8 years ago with some of the city dignitaries at the time, and we wanted to showcase the beauty of Johnson City. So the course literally goes through downtown, the historic tree streets, ETSU, and of course the VA is your final badge of land that you go through, but then we finish it and start at Founders Park. So we've changed the finish here and there throughout the years, but we think we found our home. We like having it there, and we've got some great sponsors. The Wellness Center just up the road here is our title sponsor, and then John C. Medical Center is, of course, a sponsor. Quantum Leap. Something new this year is with Olson's Martial Arts Academy. They are sponsoring our kids race, which is this Friday at 5:30 at Founders Park, and we're asking the elementary kids to come and join us. And the top participating school will receive a little money and also a karate party from Olson's Martial Arts. So we're pretty excited about that. And then we want them to stay for Founders after 5 at Founders, of course, downtown Johnson City. But it's going to be a fun race. If you can't do the 13.1 miles, we have 2 relay options. We have a 4-person and a 2-person. So if you can run 3 miles, you can do the 4-person. If you can run 6 miles, you can do the 2-person. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
She's always thinking out of the box. This is a neat lady. Again, our buddy Karen Hubbs from the Goose Chase. Again, here it is one more time. The Bluegrass Half Marathon coming up this weekend, and it's still not too late for you to get signed up, right?
They can register online. Of course, Hank Brown is our timer with We Run Events, but go to our website, and you can register through Friday at 9 p.m., and then we shut online down so Hank can get everything ready for us, and then we will see everybody at the Wellness Center in Johnson City on their gymnasium from 3 to 7 for packet pickup, and they can register at that time.
We had, of course, Hank on yesterday when we were live at Mike's Medicine Mart talking about WeRunEvents.com, which is his company. And his company, of course, helps work with this company. And so it's We Run Events and the Goose Chase kind of partner up, right?
We do on a lot of our races. Actually, they time almost all of them except for just a couple.
So in years past, again, this weekend will be what annual event for the Bluegrass?
Eighth annual.
So I would assume you have folks from other states coming in here, right?
We have. Last year, we had people from Florida and Texas and from up north that come. And, of course, our Southern hospitality people loved. And we have a great volunteer coordinator, Jessica Edmiston, that really gets the crowd going and trains the volunteers just to be cheerleaders. And so we have a lot of cheering people along the course, a lot of fun. And we will have some bluegrass music throughout the course. Whether it be just music or whether it be a band, we have both options this year. So, and then if people are 21 years of age, Yeehaw Brewing is one of our sponsors, and we're gonna have a party at the finish line and a party at Yeehaw. But a lot of fun. We have lots of vendors that's gonna come and give out products, so it's gonna be a good time.
Starts at what time?
The race starts at 7:30, and that's pretty much everybody. We do have a hand cycle option. That's at 7:25. We don't have any hand cyclists signed up this year, but the race starts at 7:30.
A.M.
Bright and early. We got to get everybody off the roads before traffic really hits.
Yes. This will be Sunday morning, by the way, the 24th, this coming Sunday. And then, after that,
dun dun dun. Dun, dun, dun. We must need Elvis music. Bum 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 bum.
It's the best I can do there. She's good. Check this out. This is really cool.
I need to come over here. Yeah.
Look there. Is that not neat? This is tied in with the next event she's got coming up in Doe River Gorge, and it's called this right here. It's called Goliath at the Gorge. Yep. It's an obstacle course of biblical proportions. I love it. It's going to be coming up Doe River Gorge. So, and this is what the winner gets, right?
The first place male and female will get that helmet. It's truly a life-size helmet. You can wear it if you want to wear it. You can wear it. It's heavy too, but as you know, the name of this race is Goliath at the Gorge. I did research on Goliath and what helmet did Goliath wear, but a bronze helmet. And this is Northeast Tennessee's toughest race. The 10K version, we have a 5K version that probably me and you could handle, but the 10K it's tough. It's really tough. It's for the it's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. And we're using the great all the offerings of Doe River Gorge. They'll climb up the mountains and they'll go through the rivers and get muddy, and we got obstacles ready and fire and all sorts of things, and it's a lot of fun. And Spartan and Tough Mudder are the fastest growing sports in the nation right now, and we felt like we needed one here in Johnson City, and so in the Tri-Cities market. So we created this, and we feel like it's a good competitor to that little race that they call Spartan. So if you're into obstacle course races, this is the one to do. It truly is. And it's a whole weekend of activity. So we have our race on Friday morning at 10 a.m. Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Then there's train rides through Dover Gorge and their fall family activities starting at noon, and then they have a whole day of activities on Sunday. So truly it's a family weekend. If people want to come to the race or Family Fall Festival, they can actually go and stay in one of the cabins or one of the rail cars. They have lodges. They have all sorts of things, so you can make a weekend out of it.
We're talking to Karen Hubbs again with the goosechase.org. You see on the screen coming up, we're going to be talking some college football. We got the 2018 Tennessee football schedule already out for next year, and they got a couple of cream puffs. They got a pretty tough schedule, too, though. We'll tell you all about that coming up, and we'll break down the ACC and the SEC, see what the standings are right now and who's playing where this weekend on another round of college football. So you have the Bluegrass Half Marathon, but this particular race, this obstacle course race is totally different. So tell me how this differs, and you said it's pretty tough, so what are some of the things you'll be doing?
Well, they can go to our Facebook page and our website. There's pictures from last year. We have videos from last year, and then we've just got some videos of people trying out things. But they will have lots of mud, lots of obstacles, climbing walls, climbing A-frame walls, jumping over fire. Del River Gorge has a lake, so there's a portion that you have to get in the lake and go over some logs and different things like that and crawl on some sand. And we're going to have this year the 10K portion will actually go down into the gorge, and which is the most beautiful site in the Northeast Tennessee area. If you've ever been to Doe River, you know what I'm talking about. But you'll have you go down the gorge, and then we'll have you cross the river, and then there's some obstacles on the other side of the river. And then, of course, you have to come back over the river, so you'll cross the river once more again. And then we will, at one point, you will have to face Goliath with a slingshot, just like the Bible says. And so it's not, of course, a real man, of course, but we do have a little gimmick that is like the Goliath in a Coliseum kind of environment, and that's towards the end of the race. So it's lots of fun, and people don't get to do slingshots in a lot of races, so it's different. There is a portion that also we have a paintball course that's on Doe River property, and you actually have to run through that paintball course and try not to get hit. I mean, we're like pulling out all sorts of fun things. I mean, it's truly a fun race, and I know there's some mud runs in the area, but there's nothing that compares to this, just with the terrain and the beauty and just all that we have planned, and it's fun.
We're talking again to Karen Hubbs again. She got me turned on to the Circle Maker, love the book, and so she's always thinking outside of the box, and that's how you got the name Goose Chase. It all goes back to, it's biblical.
It is. Well, the Celtic Christians, as I've told you, there's a term, and they, when translated, it means the Holy Spirit, or actually, their term for the Holy Spirit, when translated, means wild goose. And the author of the book, The Circle Maker, suggested that how fitting is it when you're following God's lead, you're on a wild goose chase. You never know who you're going to meet, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, but it'd be anything but boring. And that's pretty much my life. You can ask my dad, which I brought with me today. He wanted to meet you. But yeah. But I'll tell you a story about him. When I started this business, and you understand this, when you start your own business, you have a group that's for it and a group that you shouldn't do this, or have you thought this through, give you all the negative and what. This man, my father, when I was a kid, made me read Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And yet, and so I owe it to him. Yeah.
Awesome. So that was required reading.
It was. You know, I played ball at Boone, so you know, playing sports, it's up and down, and so he said, read this. And so I read it, and I don't know. I feel like the sky's the limit for. Sky's not the limit, right?
No, the sky's not the limit. No.
Yeah.
In fact, I was telling a guy the other day. I said he's been kind of negative. I said you need to switch it to. He keeps saying if only this, if only that. I said you need to switch that and put it to why not this and why not that.
That's right.
Why not?
That's right.
Why not start the Goose Chase?
That's right.
Why not start this?
That's
this
right.
is your baby. Both of these are your babies, and you said I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And everybody says, I care. I mean, I get that all the time. That's why I always say, you know, today's show number 597. Folks said this will never work. Well,
here you are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
So, yep, it does work. And so, anyway, he got you started with the power of positive thinking.
That's right.
How old were you? High school?
Yeah. So what? 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there.
I may just make my little people. I got two little ones. I may make them read them. They're in grade school.
Yeah.
It is a good book.
Yeah.
And it never goes out of date. I mean, everything in there is still applicable today.
Yep.
See, you're just grounded. You got started with your folks, and now you're out there being a ray of sunshine to everybody else. That's cool.
Well, thank you.
Tell them about the Circle Maker real quick. I want to give this guy, I want to get him on even for the telephone call. There's one about the Circle Maker for kids now. There's a Circle Maker, the ebook, and there's another about, I never can't remember the title, Down in the Pit on a Snowy Day or something, and then there's another one called The Lion Chaser. There's a whole series of books this guy started. You
If is one of them. If is one of them, and of course there is a book called The Wild Goose Chase. Sort of plays into our whole name. But he's a good man. He started a church. I found he posted on Instagram, which I have it on my refrigerator. His first commission check for his first book was like $1.24. and look at them now. And so when I get discouraged, I'm like, we all have to go through these times, and you just got to keep on trudging.
Read a book. If I can read the book now, I'm reading 3 or 4 of his at the same time. This one's called If Only, or is it just If? It's either If or If Only. It's a phenomenal book. And so instead of having the regrets at the end of your life, he says, why not?
Yep.
And
yeah.
So great book, great stuff. It's all because of this young lady.
Oh,
Bluegrass Half Marathon again. She gets tired of me every time she goes. Like, okay, he's gonna brag on me again.
Well,
that's what it is. So,
and
it got started because your Papa. I love it. Papa Bear got her going. That's good. That is awesome. He made you read The Power of Positive Thinking, and that really kind of lit your fuse.
It does. It did.
That's awesome.
It did.
Hit that bell on behalf of your daddy.
Yay.
I like it. Father's first name is?
My Cubs.
My Cubs. In fact, he brought a book. He wants me to scan this book and then get this young lady on. It's called Markers, Key Themes for Soul Survival. Of course, I dedicate this show to the Lord every day. And so this young lady lives here in the Tri-Cities, and this is, have you read the book?
I haven't. I need to.
Yeah. So.
But can I tell you a quick story about Mary? I don't know how much time we have.
Her? This lady? Yeah, sure.
Well, my father and 5 other couples started Grace Fellowship Church in Johnson City 30 years ago. They read a book, believe it or not, prayed, wanted to start a church. Now Grace Fellowship is, 2,500, 3,000 people.
Tom Oyler's church.
Yes, Tom Oyler's church. Anyway, Mary goes there, and at one time we had a school in China, and so Mary's an artist, and so she led us to this artist village. And of course, we're in China, So there's about 10 of us, and we go on this van, and we're going out in the middle of the most rural area of China, and we're like, oh my goodness, and they're building up the whole communism thing, and just, they don't know what to expect, and we're just freaking out. I mean, they really had us terrified. And we pull up to this house, and they open these doors, and since we pulled in the van and opened the door to the van, you could hear them singing praise and worship songs inside this house, and they were doing their little church service. We go in there, and we all sang Amazing Grace, us in English, them in Chinese, and it was the most beautiful thing, and it made me think of heaven when we all have the same tongues and singing the praises, so it was neat. But Mary sort of led us there.
This is all because of Mary.
Yeah.
So we're going to get her on. So I'm going to look at this book and call your Papa Bear, and we're going to get her scheduled to get in here one day at Chick-Fil-A. Are you hungry?
Of course. Chick-fil-A, we love Chick-fil-A.
Look at him. He said,
tired.
Does the cow give milk? Of course I'm hungry. So I like this guy. I like you. I love you. You're a neat lady. Give me some taters.
Thank
what
you.
Do you want to leave us with today, dear?
Well, I don't know. You got me in a religious cake. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. It's my thing. But also go sign up for Bluegrass Half Marathon. That's right. See, it was meant to be. Meant to be.
Trust the Lord with all your heart.
That's
Lean
what you
not
got
on
to.
your own understanding. And all thy ways acknowledge him. He will direct thy paths.
Amen to that.
In the book of Proverbs. So there you go. All right, Bluegrass Half Marathon this weekend, and then the Goliath of the Gorge, October the 14th, and then beyond that one, there's a little one they do on Thanksgiving morning called the
Turkey Trot.
That old turkey trot.
About 5,000 of our closest friends.
Just a few people here and there, so that's going to be neat. All right, you're awesome. You want to come back next week?
Of course.
Thank you. Do a follow-up report.
That's right. I hope we have good things to say.
You will bring Papa Bear with you
I
too.
will.
All right. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk college football next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at FCA.org.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, 11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, 10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, 5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, 5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
I'm Tom Taylor, and you are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Science, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
Oh, we got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom of Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. Because you can win yourself $25. Last week, Tony Briggs did it in Watauga. 2 weeks ago, Tracy Clark from Kingsport, and our first weekly winner was Eugene Jeffers out of Greenville. All you got to do is go to right there. You got till tomorrow night to pick. High school football games, of course, on Friday, college on Saturday, and you can go right there, and it's just that simple. And then also, while you're trying to win something, go right back here, boom, to the Charlotte Motor Speedway picture page here, TomTaylorSports.com/contest. We're going to send multiple winners to the Xfinity race October the 7th in Charlotte, and also the chase for the championship on October the 8th for the Bank of America 500. We'll give those away a week from Monday on the 2nd. All you got to do is go right there and go and get yourself eligible to win. And so good luck. No purchase necessary. First name, last name, town you're from, and an email address, all I want. And so if you win, that way I can get a hold of you. It's just that simple. All right, let's get in here and talk a little college football. I want to say I got him on 4. Nope, I don't. I got him on 3. There he is. My man Brian Malone with Express Title and Closing. Came in here last week. Jeremy Livesey did such a good job. I said, we got to get this guy back on again. And he's here. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, I'm great, Tom. I appreciate the invite back. It is a lot of fun. When you and I, we talked about how way back we go, and appreciate you having me on. It's like over 20 years. We figured out at least, 21, somewhere like that. So I started with the Express Title and Closings. We have offices in Johnson City and Kingsport. Do real estate closings, and do title searches, things like that. Exciting time for me. So I'm out on the road promoting to realtors and other things. Still have my real estate license, so I sell some real estate and stuff still too, but focusing on getting more realtors over to us at Express Title.
There you go. So we'll talk about that some more here in just a moment. I know there's probably a website, so let's take a look. 2018 Tennessee football schedule's out. A slate that includes a demanding 5-game stretch of Southeastern Conference matchups. Begins in late September, runs through October next year. The Vols will host Florida, travel to Georgia on back-to-back Saturdays in September. Then after an off week, they'll visit Auburn, come back and host Alabama, travel to South Carolina in 3 consecutive weekends. They'll open up next season against West Virginia and Charlotte in the Belk Bowl. They'll also take on East Tennessee State, UTEP, Florida, Alabama, Charlotte, Kentucky, Missouri. Tennessee's road teams next year, Georgia, Auburn, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. So at home they've got, as we said, the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. The Gators are coming this way, of course. Alabama, Charlotte, Kentucky, and Missouri, and UTEP. So, and it all gets started again, as we said, on September the 1st against West Virginia and Charlotte. All right, I saw you on Facebook the other night, read your accountings of what happened in the swamp. So in your humble opinion, what in the world went wrong? To me, we watched a total miss.
It was a total debacle.
Train wreck. And
yes.
It was like football 101. We missed it somewhere.
Absolutely.
Basic football.
Absolutely. We've got, you got Mr. Kelly rushing the ball for 254 yards, and we get on the half-foot line and don't give him the football. I mean, that's just common sense. We're running shotgun down there, have players jumping off sides and do things. JG comes in, and they say they don't want to put him under center, because he hadn't took any reps. The kid's one of the most highly rated quarterbacks that ever been recruited down here. Where in the world could he not be able to take a snap, under the center from
for one play?
It's just amazing. Yeah, just amazing. I don't understand the thing. And, now their excuse is Dormady checked out of it or whatever, of running play to throw a pass play. And why would a quarterback on the half-yard line even consider checking out of one? I don't care. And Larry Scott said there was no blitz coming. And that's why. So why would you check into a pass in that situation? It's mind blowing to me that Butch let that happen. And yes, the kids. Granted, we miss field goals. We drop passes. But I mean, when you got a chance to, these guys get paid millions of dollars to overcome the kids' mistakes. They're supposed to be smarter than the kids' mistakes are to overcome, and it just didn't happen. Yes, like I said, the kids made mistakes, and it was all game long. But when you got a chance to do your job, you need to finish your job. That's what we pay you to do, or not. Well, I can say we because I support it by buying merchandise and tickets and everything else. So, I feel like we can say we, but that's why he gets paid millions of dollars just to overcome that.
It would appear to me, again, we're talking to Brian Malone still on the screen with Express Title and Closing. It would appear to me that the excuses, I haven't heard all the dialogue down there, but buddy of mine yesterday said, he's told this one, but now he's come up with a different version. So apparently there's different versions as to what happened. But
I've heard a couple too.
But Garantamo, he's under center. Okay, this guy was a 5-star football recruit. You would think somewhere along the line he's taking snaps under center,
right?
And then that's bad enough. But then what'd you do all summer long?
Yeah.
What you never took a snap under center?
So he worked in the shotgun all summer long in that offense, And I mean, why is Dormady even running shotgun anyway? He can't go anywhere. He's a drop back passer. We knew that when we put him in there. Why have they got him in the shotgun running a spread? Why are we not, readjusting to what we've got to work with? If they want to use Dormady, put him where he goes and let him do his thing and see what happens. It's like we got Eric Ainge all over again, to me. And I think JG should have had a shot this week after the third interception, especially. Dormady was all over the place with his throws, and that's been present in all the games so far. It wasn't just this one, and people are they're in an uprage because it was Florida. It was a big game, and yes, probably the worst Florida team I've ever seen since I've followed college football.
Yeah.
And we all should have come out of there with a W. They didn't. So everybody's in an uprage. We can't afford to fire Butch now. That's crazy talk. I mean, that's just nuts. But I think he's got to do, if he wants to keep his job, he's got to make better decisions and finishing football games. It's not just been this one game. It's been several.
The other situation, too, the one I guess kind of blew me away as much as what you just talked about, because Kelly's averaged 7 yards a carry, 7.4.
Right.
Almost 7.5 yards a carry in that game, and get him down inside crunch time. And you got 6 foot, I don't know how tall Dormady is. The guy's 6'4",
6'2". Yeah, somewhere.
And you need a half yard, which is what, from me to you?
Yeah.
You got all these
All
hogs.
he's got to do is lay down.
Yeah, and granted, Florida's got the hogs up front defensively, too. They're going to pocket into the line, but you can't get me from here into this table.
Right. What happened in the good old days when you give the ball to Travis Henry and he dove over the top? You never see anybody dive over the top anymore,
right.
And stuff. But that's just simple football. Like you said, football 101. Just hand the ball off and pound it in there and let it happen. If it don't work the first time, give it to him again.
The other play that blew my circuits was the last play because, you're down to, I think it was 9 seconds. It's a tie game. You know that they've got the football. They're going to do one or two things. I'm thinking, if they're smart, you would do a sideline route to get out of time, go down the field, to get a sideline route to get into field goal range and try and win it there. Or you're going to try a Hail Mary. Okay. If you're going to try a Hail Mary, I mean, this is sandlot football because I've played it.
Right.
It's like, Brian's going to throw the ball and Tom's going to go, I'm going to go so far back that it's going to be easier for me to come up on the ball to defend it, but I don't want to get the guy behind me. It's like playing center field in baseball. It's easy to be on the warning track and come in and try and catch a fly than be playing shallow and have to go over your head and chase one down. So if it's me and it's Tennessee's defense, knowing there's a 50-50 shot that this guy's going to sling one, but I got some people back there deep. And Abernathy got burnt because he was out of position. But then they come up with all these different excuses like, guys, this is stuff Sandlot football.
We were talking about it last night in the stands at my son's middle school football game. Even middle schoolers got it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Rogersville Middle School's got a kid that looks like Cam Newton playing, and they run him at quarterback and wide receiver. Obviously they put him at wide receiver. He's getting the football. So we finally figured that out. At least our kids adjusted. They scooted back, and when them kids threw it up, our free safety's drifting over, and he picked off 2 and run them back. And this is a kid that's played football. This is his first year ever playing football. He's a soccer player that kicked for us and coming out and playing some free safety and got 2 picks last night by just playing right. So how do you not, stand at the goal line knowing that he can't beat you in front of you because he's going to run out of time if they throw that far?
Exactly.
Or take like you said, take the snap and go out of bounds. They've got to be a soft cover there somewhere in the scheme book or the playbook to set up for something like that. And it was totally just a blown coverage. Abernathy was awful. His reaction and everything to it was just amazing.
So Butch says we're hurt and we're angry and it's all on me. Of course it's on you.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be on you.
Absolutely.
You get paid $4 million a year. It better be on you. So does this solve anything? Me and Brian talked about this on Wednesday. No. But
nope.
Makes you feel better.
It does. It does. I like the guy. I think he's done an excellent job at what he was brought here to do. He's getting the recruits. We're relevant again. Tennessee is relevant in football again. There was a few years we weren't, and he's done that. But do I think he's the man to finish the job? Not at this point. I really don't. I think he's brought us as far as he can take us. I really do.
Is he in trouble, and should he be in trouble?
Talk to me after the Georgia game. Yeah, I think that's going to be huge for him. This week's going to be too. Poor old UMass is terrible. It's going to be like a soft pillow fight down there this weekend. So you talk to me after the Georgia game, and we'll see. If he loses Georgia, he's probably in trouble.
A soft pillow fight. Here's the standings in the East: Florida and Kentucky, which play each other, by the way, in Lexington. And I don't think it's going to be Florida's got the longest winning streak against another team right now in the NCAA in Division I football against Kentucky. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one off. Kentucky's playing some pretty good football.
Kentucky's playing good football. Did I not tell you last week?
You
Kentucky
did.
was going into South Carolina and come out with one.
They're both 1-0. South Carolina 1-1. Georgia and Vanderbilt have yet to start the SEC schedule, and Tennessee and Missouri are at 0-1. Here's your schedule this week. Let's do the West too. In the West, Mississippi State 1-0, LSU 0-1. Everybody else has not played in the Southeastern Conference, but here we go. Arkansas, Texas A&M, UMass at Tennessee, Alabama and Vanderbilt, 2 3-0 teams. Louisiana Tech at South Carolina non-conference game. Also coming up, you got Mississippi State at Georgia.
That's going
to
be a good football game right there.
Syracuse at LSU, Florida, Kentucky, and Auburn at Missouri. So, again, the big defensive end, the 5-star defensive end, Cowart, C-A-W-A-R-T, left, asked for his walking papers, and Gus Malzahn gave those to him. So they kicked the backup quarterback off for public intoxication, and now the defensive end says he wants to go somewhere else, get more playing time. So Auburn's got a little bit of unsettling going on right now. So you look at, as we said, Florida, Kentucky's going to be a dandy, but no question the marquee game down between the hedges. Mississippi State, who just hammered LSU, coming to town to take on the Georgia Bulldogs.
That's going to, like you said, it's definitely going to be a dandy for sure. I'm looking forward to watching that game myself. It's a toss-up, in my opinion. It can go either way. Mississippi State's obviously playing really well right now. Georgia, with using their freshman quarterback, he's going to have to get adjusted to a lot faster defense than what he's seen so far this year. Because Mississippi State, they're on it defensively, and he's going to have to run for his life a little bit before he can throw the football. So we'll see what happens down there. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mississippi State come out with a victory there.
All right, they're 2-1, the Big Orange. UMass 3-1. Georgia, win or lose?
I think we'll lose it. Yeah.
Okay, there's a loss. Open date, South Carolina, Knoxville.
We can beat South Carolina.
Alabama, Tuscaloosa.
That's a no-brainer.
Kentucky at Lexington.
We'll lose Kentucky.
Southern Miss at home.
We'll beat Southern Miss.
Missouri and Columbia.
We'll beat Missouri. It'll be close, but we'll beat them.
LSU and Knoxville.
I don't think there's a question there. I think LSU will come in and take one from us there too.
And then Vanderbilt, Knoxville.
That's going to be a tough one. It just depends on how the rest of the year plays out. We're down to one linebacker now.
Mm-hmm.
Already starting, and Colton Jumper comes in, and sometimes he looks like they call it the ginger ninja that they call him or whatever. Sometimes he looks like that, and then sometimes he looks like a lost ball in high weeds or deer in the headlights. So it's just going to depend on how these linebackers for us step up and come out and play.
Our other regional teams, we want to give a big shout out to the Hokies of Virginia Tech. They're sitting at 3-0. They'll be hosting Old Dominion coming up on Saturday, which should be a checkbook game for the Hokies at Lane Stadium. Then they get into some deep water next week when Clemson comes to town. And then the other team, of course, East Tennessee State, got Mercer coming. They had a great showing. After you go to James Madison and get hammered 52-10 by the number one team in the country, and you come back and you, with 11:42 to go in the football game, you're leading the 13th ranked team in the country at home. I thought that really showed me the intestinal fortitude of the East Tennessee State football team.
Absolutely. I think he's building a great program there. It's really come about faster than what I thought it would with what they've put together so far. I was really impressed last week too with what they showed after the beating that they took.
Here we go. I want you to give me your takes on these games. These are top 25 games. The first one's tomorrow night. Number 21, South Florida hosting Temple.
I think South Florida will come out ahead on that one too. They're playing pretty well.
All right, 23rd ranked Utah on Friday playing at Arizona.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that'll be a tough one there. It being at Arizona, I'll take Arizona.
All right, then an upset. Then on Saturday, chronologically at noon, number 10 Ohio State checkbook game against UNLV.
Unfortunately, Ohio State will win that.
12 o'clock, 12th ranked Florida State 0-1 hosting North Carolina State 2-1.
Florida State will come out and pretty much dominate that game. I think they've got a point to prove now after missing a game and losing that first one. I think they've got a point to prove.
19th ranked Louisville home against Kent. Kent, my team beat them last week. Marshall shut them out 21-0. You would think Louisville will be.
Yeah, I think Louisville's got that. I mean, Lamar Jackson's still the best player in the country, hands down, even after the loss to Clemson. But, Lord, how impressive was Clemson against them, too. I mean, that was just amazing.
And they beat a good Auburn team the week before.
Absolutely,
held them to 6 points.
Absolutely.
You look at Virginia Tech hosting Old Dominion. That's a checkbook game. Hokies will be 4-0.
Yeah.
Number 1 Alabama, number 3 Vanderbilt. Is that misleading for Vandy to be 3-0?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say yeah. I mean, there could be the second, third best team in the SEC East right now, but I don't think they're going to be any match for Alabama.
Middle Tennessee State, Alabama A&M, and Kansas State's those 3 victories for Vandy. Got Alabama on the road.
Oh yeah, Alabama will take that one. Yeah.
Number 2 Clemson at 3-0 home against Boston College at 3:30 on Saturday.
Clemson's definitely that's a no-brainer there too. I think Clemson they're playing. I think they're about the best. I honestly believe they're the best team in the country right now after watching them play. Like you said, Auburn and
Louisville.
And Louisville, I really believe they're on top right now in my book.
You can see on the screen on our buddy Brian Malone with Express Title in closing. Then you take a look at Southern Cal, 5th-ranked Trojans at 3-0, at Cal at 3-0. So I don't know if that's a trap game or not, but Trojans going to number 5 in the country.
It could be. It could be a trap game for them very much so. Cal always, has a good showing against them, and I don't know who Cal's played yet or what they're standing, but it just seems like always when they go in there, it's a dogfight for them. So we'll see.
One of the marquee games, 16th-ranked TCU, the Horned Frogs at 3-0 will be at Oklahoma State. The Cowboys are 6th in the country. They're 3-0. That should be a good one.
That should be a great one. Oklahoma State, that quarterback and running back, they're scoring touchdowns like playing Tecmo Bowl or something, just one after the other, like a video game. So I look for them to continue that against TCU and move on up right now. I think that when it comes time for Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, it's going to be an epic battle.
Coming up, we're going to take a look again at high school football. We're also going to take a look at NASCAR. Got some changes in the camp in NASCAR. We'll do that coming up here in a few minutes. Also at the bottom of the hour, Landon Owen, the director of ticket sales at Bristol Motor Speedway, said, man, I want to talk about college football. I said, okay, his team, by the way, is playing Syracuse will be at LSU on Saturday evenings. We'll get his take on not the Orangeman anymore. I think they call it the Big Orange now, to be politically correct. Miami, 14th-ranked Canes. Toledo rolls into Miami, Florida. I would think the Canes would be.
I'd say the Canes will roll right through that.
There you go. 8th-ranked Michigan at Purdue. Trap game or Michigan all the way?
No, I think Michigan will have that all the way, too. Their defensive speed is just incredible. Their defensive front line is off the ball and to the ball quicker than anybody I've seen in a long time.
18th-ranked Washington State should have no problem at home against Nevada, who's 0-3. Boomer Sooner, Oklahoma goes to Baylor at 0-3. That should be a blowout for the Boomer Sooner. You also have another good one coming up. We talked about Mississippi State and Georgia. Who do you like on that one?
I'm going to go with Mississippi State on that. After watching what they did last week, I mean, they were full force and wide open against LSU, and I think that'll continue in Georgia. Again, of course, one of the best running backs in the country, but still freshman quarterback in there. He's been very impressive so far, but I just don't think he'll hold up against Mississippi State's defensive speed.
22nd ranked San Diego State will be at Air Force Academy. It should be a win for San Diego State. LSU,
hey, Air Force played good against Bama though. They had triple option.
Yes,
they played pretty well.
Yeah, and that could be a trap game for them too. San Diego State. Don't know much about them. They're the Aztecs.
Right? Yeah, Aztecs. Yeah.
A 25th ranked LSU at home against Syracuse. A 7:00 kick down in Baton Rouge. I would think that would be LSU. Trap game maybe for Penn State. I've said this all season long when I looked at the schedule. They go to Iowa, tough place to play, both 3-0. Nittany Lions or Iowa in an upset?
I'm going to take the Nittany Lions just because they are playing so well. Again, the quarterback and running back play up there, that running back's just a sight to behold when he gets going. But yeah, it's definitely a trap game for them. Iowa could very well upset them, but I really think Penn State will pull it out. But it's going to be a battle. Iowa, last year, is an epic battle between the two. Iowa pretty much come out and took care of business there last year. So I think it could be a good one, but I think Penn State will prevail.
A couple more to pick. Again, 15th ranked Auburn and Missouri should be no problem for Auburn, although they've not played all that well. But Missouri's not a very good football team right now. 20th ranked Florida at Kentucky, 1-1 Gators. Wildcats at 3-0. What do you think?
I think Kentucky will handle them pretty well, and that's going to make Tennessee even more embarrassed. Sadly, you go up, and I'm one of the fans of those schools. It's a basketball school in North Carolina, but Kentucky's always been known for their basketball. But man, they're playing good football right now. And like I said, Florida's probably the worst team I've ever seen playing. And I don't know if they said anything about those players being back yet or anything. But I don't know how much difference that's going to make because they're bad. I mean, they're really bad.
And they're dealing with credit card fraud, is what some of those guys are involved in down in Florida. They're temporarily suspended from the team. 7th ranked Washington at Colorado, both 3-0. What do you think about that one?
I think Washington will take that.
And the last one is 24th ranked Oregon will be at Arizona State. Oregon at 3-0, the Ducks against Arizona State at 1-2. That's your top 25 college football schedule for this week. And so you look at some high school football. Science Hill is going to be at Daniel Boone Friday night. You've got Dobbinsman hosting Alcoa. You got Cloudland at Happy Valley, and you've got Elizabeth and the Tennessee High. So we'll start with that one. Elizabeth and Tennessee High. What do you think?
I think Elizabeth will come in and take that one. Witten's got them playing really well. You know, they've just got a good system built in place over there. They're going to be up for a while. You know, with their middle school, we scrimmaged them in middle school. I know how good their middle school team is, and you know, with what's Sean's brother, the other brother, Ryan, that he's got them playing really well, and they've just got that feeder system going all the way up now that Elizabeth is going to be competitive for a long time to come.
We, matter of fact, we broadcasted that game last night, the Duggar Crockett game. It was 36-6, and the Duggar Cyclones, they can play.
Yeah,
they can line up and go now. I'm telling you, they can get after it. So Elizabeth will be at Tennessee High, Cyclones in the Stone Castle. Alcoa coming to DB. DB leads that series all time 3-2. Alcoa or Dobbins Bennett?
Oh, I hate to go against the Tribe, but I mean, you know Graham about as well as anybody else I know would know him, and he's always got something put together for him. But and I love Red Wine at quarterback. I think he's a great player, great kid, and gives full effort in everything he does. But Alcoa is always, you know, they're going to come down to play. So I'm afraid they'll sneak one out tomorrow night or Friday night from the Fred.
Science Hill Boone.
Science Hill will take. Boone's playing real good too, but Science Hill's just going to be they're going to out-athlete them.
As Barney told Andy, speed.
Yeah, speed kills. Yeah.
Speed kills, and they got the speed at Science Hill. In fact, I got some interesting stats here that the Johnson City Press put out about some of the yardage and some of the performances so far this season with some of the kids here in the area. It's pretty impressive stuff. And then last but not least, Cloudland and Happy Valley, an old-fashioned Carter County slobber knocker.
So those are some of the best games to go watch. Those Carter County games, they really go after it. And I honestly, I don't know who to take in that one. Cloudland's going to come off the mountain, but you know, Happy Valley ain't going to be happy to see them. So I think Happy Valley, being at home, has a slight edge.
There's just some of your big high school football games talking to Brian Malone. So NASCAR, what do you think about Casey Kane jumping?
That surprised me. You know, you and I spoke of that last week, and you know, I thought he would be a good one to go over to Haas and take Danica's spot. So he's jumped ship now already, so that leaves that spot wide open. But it's probably going to be a good fit for him. They're an up and coming team. They've progressed over a few years. Casey's been kind of middle of the pack stalemate there, so maybe they can work together and get them both going in the right direction.
Tough, the guy who lose out on this is Michael McDowell, who's a pretty good driver. I'm not sure how good the equipment is at Levine. Well, I guess we'll find out. And Kane said in his quotes it's going to be a challenge. He understands he's going from clearly probably one of the best teams in NASCAR, Rick Hendrick, down to, I would say, a second-tier team. So there'll be some adjustments, but at least he's got a job, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's got a job. And, I think, like I said, I think they're an up-and-coming team. I agree with you. They're a second-level team, but they seem to have their stuff going pretty well for them. So I hope he gets over and does good.
Where is Matt Kenseth going to go? Is he going to land him in Danica?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. It's really a tight or a narrow gap, I should say, or narrow hole for them to fit in somewhere. Just to be honest, and I mean we talked about Danica, and the concern there, but. Matt's the same way. He's always been one of them that's been there, been at the top, but lost in recent years. Seems like he lost his edge, and I don't know if that's come from with his team swap or what. So I don't know how much somebody else is going to believe in him, but I just don't know.
I put a call into Danica's people, and maybe she can co-host the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I don't know.
There you go.
I haven't heard back yet, so
that'd be all right.
I've been waiting.
We'll share a chair with her.
Here we go. I've been waiting with the phone, but ain't
got
heard back
yet.
Maybe I'll put in another call.
And that could be another good role for her. Is something in a booth somewhere.
Something right there would work.
Yeah, where she's not. Where she's not on the forefront of everything, because every race she's in the spotlight, and I know it gets old for her and everybody else, especially her running middle of the pack all the time. And she said she was tired of that and stuff. So I think there has to be a little bit more to it than what they're letting out as far as why she's leaving, or with them having another open spot and stuff like that. So I don't know what's out there for.
When I called her people, I guess it's probably a red flag when I had to spell my name and last name. They said, who? I said, Taylor. They said, we'll get back to you. I ain't heard nothing, so that ain't bad. Tay. I thought we were on a first-name basis. So
yeah, exactly.
I talked her up at the Speedway, but maybe not. If I'd have said Tommy Stenhouse, I probably got a return call.
You might have got a call then. Yeah, you might have got a call then.
All right.
Yep.
Before I let you go, pro football, what's your take on the NFL so far?
Well, my Cowboys took a beating last week, that's for sure. And I don't know where Denver's offense come from. I know they had a decent defense, but I didn't know they had an offense since Peyton had left. But apparently they decided to show up last week, so Dallas has got to regroup and get it together. And the Patriots played well this past week after getting beat the first one. Falcons are playing good again. So it's going to be a fun year in the NFL, I believe. Jeremy Levis's Dolphins won. I mean, it's got to be all right in the world when that happens. So, even though it was against the Chargers, I mean, it's, but.
Being a Cowboys guy, did you think Elliott loafed, like everybody's saying?
Yeah, I think he did. I didn't get to watch a lot. Honestly, I was playing cornhole in a tournament at church last week, so I didn't get to watch. I was watching a little bit on my phone here and there. But I see, I've watched some replays and highlights, things like that. So, yeah, I think it was just frustration more than anything. I don't think it was, just a laziness per se or anything. But yeah, I think he got frustrated and got in his head. And they ain't used, but he's young. He's young and dumb still. We're still dealing with those issues off the field, so I think it just got in his head too much, and yeah, he didn't go as hard as what he normally could.
Of course, the team that he left out, the ones you got to watch, my boys, the Raiders. Yeah. We're back, baby. The silver and black is back.
They are for sure back. They're playing some great football right now. Everything's coming together.
Yeah. I like Malone.
Derek Carr, he's on it, and I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with come to the end of the year.
13 years I've been made fun of. You're a Raiders fan? I said, they're coming back. They're coming back, and they're back. They got the Redskins Sunday night in Washington. Then they go back home to actually they go on the road to play the Broncos. It's going to be a great test early. So, Express Title and Closing. Tell me about it one more time.
We've got offices in Johnson City, Bristol, or we'll come close for you. We obviously in the title searching and closing business for your real estate needs. We work with all the major mortgage brokers in the area, closing loans for them, and hope people will come pick us out. Come check us out. We got a website that's very user-friendly. Got a calculator on it so you can figure all your fees and taxes and stuff right there, and not have to go out and wonder what your closing costs are going to be and things like that. It works out well for everybody. It's very user-friendly. We get a lot of compliments on it. Got some great people in the office that do a wonderful job for us. So if you're buying, selling, or real estate or anything, keep Express Title and Closings in mind, and we'll be glad to take care of you, answer any questions we can. If you call or come by, we have an office in Kingsport and Johnson City. Very easy to get to and find. Just come by and see us.
How would you grade the market right now, A, B, C, or D?
It's a B right now. Market's pretty good still. Things are going up, prices are going up, and it's starting to slow a little bit, which tends to happen this time toward Christmas and things. And then, there's still a lot out there, but inventory's still low. So there's a lot of demand. If nice homes are coming on the market, they're still, and I say that's why I give it a B, because if stuff comes on the market, it's going pretty quick still. So it's a good time to buy and sell, though. If you're considering doing it, it's still a good time. If you got a nice home, you're going to be able to move it pretty quick.
Website is
expresstc.com or bmalonehomes.com if you're interested in buying or selling real estate, and check me out there.
There you go. Man wears a lot of hats. That's a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll jump into some high school football, and also Landon Owen, the director of ticket sales, Bristol Motor Speedway. He joins us by phone coming up here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 597. They said it wouldn't last.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
I'm Tom Taylor. You are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Science, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom of Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. Cool. Also, we just got done recording, and we'll have it ready to go for tonight, our first Sean Whitten Coaches Show, the Elizabethan football coach who's 91 and 37, and again, we will have him on. We recorded that this morning, and our dear friend and great producer of this show, and director, producer, a little bit of everything, our buddy Jeremiah Clark will have it ready to go for us, and we'll upload that for you tonight. Again, we broadcasted the game yesterday. It was pretty cool. The Duggar Cyclones defeated the Crockett Junior Pioneers 36-6. They will play at Liberty Bell next Tuesday, and then they will come back home for their 8th grade night. They're going to play that one at Citizens Bank Stadium where the Cyclones play. Last night it was at Brown Childers Stadium in the middle school, and so we'll have that for you coming up 2 weeks from last night. And again, it is the Sean Whitten Coaches Show. We'll have that on again starting tonight. And go in and pull it up right here on the Facebook page and TomTaylorSports.com, and we'll be ready for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we ran highlights back from the big win over Granger, previewed, of course, the conference, and previewed their matchup on Friday night at the Stone Castle against the Tennessee High Vikings. So going to be neat, and so we'll have our first show ready to go later on this evening. Looking forward to releasing that and letting you watch it and letting you enjoy it again here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page, as well as TomTaylorSports.com. Here's some the high school football polls right this week. Murfreesboro, Oakland, 6A, the number 1 team in the state. Science Hill from our region in at number 8. 5A football, Beach at number 1. Daniel Boone, the Trailblazers, stay at number 6 this week. They will play Science Hill in Gray, so number 6 in 5A against number 8 in 6A, coming up again Friday night at Daniel Boone. 4A football, Greenville the weekend off. They're the number 1 team in the state from our region. Elizabeth in at number 6. We told you they'll be playing for the 51st time at the Stone Castle on Friday night. Bristol, Tennessee High leads that series 26-24. Elizabeth has won the last 4 games against Tennessee High. In 3A football, Alcoa at number 1. They'll be at Kingsport Dobbins Minute Friday night, a non-conference game. Johnson County, the Longhorns, at number 3 in the state in 3A football. 2A, Meigs County at number 1. Happy Valley, the Warriors, at number 7 in the state in 2A football. And in single A, you have South Pittsburgh at number 1 and the Cloudland Highlanders at number 7 in the state at 4-0. And so Happy Valley at number 7 in 2A, hosting Cloudland at number 7 in 1A. That'll be Friday night up on the hill, they say, at Happy Valley High School. So as we were talking to Brian Malone about some of the high school stuff, let's run down some of the offensive leaders right now. Pretty cool stuff. The leading rusher in the region right now, Jalen Adams of Science Hill, was 792 yards. Jordan Coffey of Cloudland was 743. Amik Watterson, Science Hill, 670. Corey Russell, the junior from Elizabethton, 600 yards rushing right now. Charlie Cole, Daniel Boone with 479. Ian Hicks from Dobbins Minute with 473. Noah Shelton from Daniel Boone with 369 yards rushing. Gage Hampton from Johnson County at 263. And then Josh Blair from Cloudland with 256 yards rushing so far in the season. Yards passing. 3 guys all already over 1,000 yards passing. Carter Everett, Elizabethton, 4 touchdown passes this past Friday night, 1,094. Cade Ballard, Greenville, 1,080. And Crockett's Cade Larkins with 1,050. By the way, this is all compliments of the Johnson City Press, and I'd be willing to bet it was Doug Fritz that put this together. And so, continuing on, Nathan Arnold, Johnson County with 922 passing. Jalen Adams of Science Hill has rushed for 792. He's passed for 786. Lyndon Redwine, Dobbins Minute, was 742. And Noah Shelton of Daniel Boone has passed for 420 yards. Passing touchdowns right now, Carter Everett, Elizabethton, 16. Cade Ballard of Greenville, 14. They'll play in a couple of weeks in Elizabethton. Nathan Arnold, Johnson County, with 8. Cade Larkins and Dylan White of Sullivan East with 7 touchdown passes. And Jalen Adams of Science Hill has thrown 4 touchdown passes. Here's part of the football offensive mindset that gets looked over, but I'm all about special teams. I said on the Champion Chevrolet show last week, one of the differences in the football game for Tennessee was an inexperienced and ineffective field goal kicker, and it proved to be true. He missed 3, and the Florida guy did not. And so field goals so far in our region, Eli Shepard and Drew Miller. Shepard with Greenville and Drew Miller Dobbins with 2 each. Cade Hensley, remember this kid's name, Cade Hensley, K-A-D-E. This kid's a freshman. And he's been banging 45 and 50-yard field goals in warm-ups, and in practice he got 1 field goal so far this season. He is 14 out of 18 in point afters for the Elizabethton football team. Your most accurate extra point guy so far is Eli Shepard of Greenville. He's 25 out of 25. Grant Wilson of Science Hill, he's 22 out of 23. So that's on the offensive side of the football. The top receivers, Seth Crawford, Greenville, 555. Ryan Wetzel, Elizabethton, 363. Evan Perkins, Elizabethton, 341. Shane Greer, Johnson County, with 306 yards receiving. Ethan Whitley of Sullivan East with 290. Andre Butler, Science Hill, with 285. Caleb Wetzel from Dobbins Minute with 275. Owen Nicholson, Unicoi County, with 267. Dorian Goddard from Greenville 254 yards receiving, and then C.J. Carter, Daniel Boone with 245 yards receiving yards so far. Now, let's talk defense. That's the one that gets kind of overlooked as well. Here's your leading tacklers right now. Leading tackler in the area, Owen Nicholson of Unicoi County. He's a stud. 84 solos so far. God, it's pretty incredible. Hayden Osborne, Johnson County, with 65. Michael Smith, Unicoi County, 61. Kenny Kershaw, Greenville, 60. Arthur James of Science Hill with 57 tackles. You have Matthew Hatcher of Unicoi County with 53. Tyler Norris of Johnson County with 52. Ty Youngblood of Greenville with 49. Denzel Medina, Science Hill, 46 tackles. Cody Lewis of Unicoi County, 45. Nestor Grubb, the senior linebacker, Elizabethton, he can fly to the football. He's got 42 solos. Logan Shipley, Greenville, with 40. And R.J. Snyder of Johnson County with 40. All right. Let's see a couple of others here. Let's run down sacks. Charlie Cole, Daniel Boone with 5. Hayden Osborne, Johnson County with 4 sacks. Jacques Gillespie Taylor of Greenville with 3. Matthew Hatcher of Unicoi County, 3. Austin Odell of Unicoi County with 3. Tristan McPeak of Science Hill, Michael Smith of Science Hill with 2 sacks each. And then last but not least, interceptions. Your leading interception defensive player, Shane Austin of Science Hill with 4. Benjamin Gregg of Science Hill and Bradley Everett of Unicoi County and Seth Crawford of Greenville, all with 3 each. And then in interceptions right now, Ethan Whitley of Sullivan East, C.J. Carter of Daniel Boone, and Nathan Lane of Johnson County with 2 interceptions apiece. And that's a look at the statistical look at things. Statistical is what I try to say. Again, talking high school football. Here's your schedule alphabetically. Alcoa, Dobbins Bennett, CAK of Bearden, Cloudland, Happy Valley. It's going to be a slobber knocker, as Brian said, and he's right. Cocke County at Pigeon Forge, Elizabethton and the Stone Castle, the 51st meeting between the Cyclones and Tennessee High. Again, Tennessee High leads the series 26-24. Gibbs of Morristown East. Hampton will be in Jonesboro to battle Gerald Sensabaugh's Crockett Pioneers. Hancock at Union County. Knox West at Farragut. Also coming up Friday night, Morristown West at Cherokee. Science Hill at Daniel Boone. Again, 2 ranked teams in the state. Science Hill in 6A, Boone in 5A. South Green will be in Chucky Doak to battle the Black Knights. Sullivan North on the road at Unaka Friday night. Trinity Academy at Gatlinburg-Pittman, and Sullivan Central hosting Unicoi County. That's one of the pick and panel teams and games. Unicoi County at Sullivan Central Friday night in Blunnville, and Volunteer on the road at Granger Friday night. Open dates in Tennessee: Cosby, Greenville, Hardin Valley, Johnson County, North Green, Sullivan East, Sullivan South, and West Green all have Friday night off. In Southwest Virginia, Abington at Hidden Valley, Castlewood at Rye Cove, Gate City at Union. J.I. Burton will be in Nicholsville to battle the Fighting Titans of Twin Springs. John Battle at Patrick Henry. Lehigh at Ridgeview. Thomas Walker at Eastside. And Wise Central at Graham. Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here again. We always dedicate the show to the man who hung on the cross, and that we unashamedly do that. So today's verse is Acts 2, 25, 26, and 27 says, "Because I'm at your right hand, you will not be shaken. Therefore let your heart be glad, your tongue rejoice, live in hope. I will not abandon you." That's the verse of the day here again for the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at NASCAR. As we told you, Casey Kane's on the move. Chase Elliott's in trouble. He lost a lot of points, and we'll run it down for a little look at NASCAR. Coming up next, we're live at Chick-Fil-A The Crossings in North Johnson City on show number 597 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
I'm Tom Taylor, you are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Scienceville, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show tomorrow night. We'll preview the Virginia Tech Hokie Old Dominion game. We'll preview Tennessee UMass. We'll preview East Tennessee State Mercer. Tennessee will be previewed by Kevin Harmon. Virginia Tech's game with Chris McCall, big Hokie man, taking on Old Dominion at Lane Stadium. The Buccaneers will be previewed by Joe Vento from the Johnson City Press. Carmichael will have the top 5 college football games of the week. Doug Fritz will preview the big high school football games around the region. And Dave Angie, our co-host, will preview the games involving teams from the Big East Conference in Region 1-6A. All that coming up tomorrow. The Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Again, at Champion Chevrolet showroom on the Bristol Highway Motor Mile in Johnson City. So that's what we've got going on there. Can't wait. Of course, tomorrow we'll have our show at Champion Chevrolet. Tomorrow, Jeff Birchfield joins us from the Johnson City Press, and along with Dave Angie, 2 different times. These 2 guys will come through and talk to us about what's going on, one in sports in general with Dave Angie, and in particular with NASCAR with Jeff Birchfield. Also, we're going to be joined tomorrow by Carmichael. Carmichael will be with us tomorrow, talking sports as well. So love having these guys on. They're a plethora of knowledge. Of course, Andy Dietrich will be along, the co-owner of Champion Chevrolet, and then the lovely Kristen Martin. It's the Beauty and the Beast. The rest of us a bunch of beasts, and she's the beauty. She does works in the internet sales department at Champion Chevrolet. She'll be with us tomorrow as well. All that again at Champion Chevrolet tomorrow from 11 to 1. And the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show tomorrow night from 6 to 8, again from the showroom, as they both are, inside the studio, inside the showroom at Champion Chevrolet. And so there it is. I'm Tom Taylor. You are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, there it is right there, the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. And then also we want to remind you about the Pick and Panel Show, and that would be that one, boom, right there. These individuals have each won a $25 prize. Will you be next? Week number 1, Eugene Jeffers from Greenville, Tennessee. Week 2, Tracy Clark. My man is in the house. What you doing, Bubba? Like a bar of mule, as Daddy would say. There you go. You want to talk? You ain't got time? Do you have a resume? Because I think we can find a spot for you in Knoxville as a coach. Holy smokes. Man, oh man, oh man. Our buddy Don Shepard here stopping through. Yeah. He said, Sunday, it's all on me. Well, yeah, we're paying you $4 million a year. It better be on you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's my third cousin. Yeah. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Then he'll start right back up again. Love you too, brother. Keep smiling. See, I like when people come by and say hello. And Mr. Birchfield, do you have time to talk to me? Come on. Let's talk some sports. I got you. Anyway, we do want to say thanks to Don stopping by. Let's take a look at NASCAR. And again, Chase Elliott's title chances took a major hit in the number 24 machine, soon to be next year the number 9 machine. Suffered a setback in his championship hopes, but NASCAR penalized his Hendrick Motorsports team for modification to his Chevrolet in the opening round of the playoffs. The aerodynamic modification was found in post-race inspection following Elliott's second-place finish Sunday's Chicagoland. The finish, now a second-place finish, is now considered encumbered by NASCAR. And Elliott does not keep a playoff point he earned with a stage victory at Chicago. His crew chief, Alan Gustafsson, was fined $25,000 and suspended 1 race. And car chief Josh Kirk also suspended 1 race. The team was docked 15 driver points and 15 owner points. So the loss in driver points drops Elliott from 6th to 8th place in the postseason standings, which is not what you want. 2 races remaining in the opening round of the playoffs. Casey Kane will be driving for the Levine family racing team in the 95 Chevrolet Camaro next season. He'll replace Michael McDowell, who's been driving in that car with that team since 2014. Kane has been with Hendrick Motorsports since 2012. The team bought him out of his contract for next season, which made him a free agent. Kane had a rough opening round of the playoffs in Chicagoland where he finished 21st and is 15th in the 16-driver field. So Kane's crew chief was replaced on Monday. Darian Grubnack going to be helping in the pits for Casey Kane to hopefully get it turned around for him before he bolts for Levine Racing. So Michael McDowell out now, along with Matt Kenseth and Danica Patrick, and Kurt Busch still has not re-signed his contract, and Eric Amarola is out as well. So there's a lot of empty, not empty seats, but a lot of drivers with no seats going forward in 2018. Levine Family Racing owner Bob Levine believes Casey Kane will be instrumental in attracting sponsorship to the team. So Chase Elliott going from 6 to 8, that is huge in the chase. And of course, our next stop will be in New Hampshire coming up. That will be the ISM Connect 300 at 2 o'clock on Sunday, New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon. So, I want to talk for just a second about the attendance at Bristol Motor Speedway. And you look at all these tracks that we're going to now. For example, Chicagoland, 75,000 seats, wasn't full. New Hampshire this weekend, 93,000 seats. Dover, 140. Bank of America at Charlotte's 165. Talladega, 143. Kansas Speedway, 81. Martinsville, 65,000. Texas Motor Speedway, 159,000. Phoenix, 76,000. And then, of course, in Homestead for the final game, final race championship, 65,000 seats. So when you say that Bristol Motor Speedway can't fill it up, and look what they're up against. Chicagoland, 75,000. Martinsville, 65,000. New Hampshire, 93,000. I mean, come on. That's apples and oranges. That's not a fair comparison. The big boys, yeah. Charlotte, 165. Talladega, 145. Yep, I can get in with that one. Dover, 140. But to put you up against Kansas with 81,000, Martinsville, 65,000 seats, come on. That's not fair to Bristol Motor Speedway and the folks up there busting their tail to make it happen. Hendrick Motorsports has named Darian Grubb crew chief for the number 5 Chevrolet team and driver Casey Kane for the remaining 9 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoff races. They don't call it the chase for the championship anymore, which I thought had a nice ring to it. They call it simply the playoff. Darian Grubb, who's 41, led Tony Stewart to the 2011 championship and has posted 23 total victories in the series, which ranks him 3rd among active full-time crew chiefs, only behind Chad Knaus with Jimmy Johnson with 81 wins and Todd Parrott with 31 wins. He's recorded 18 pole positions, 72 top 5 finishes, and 130 top 10s in his career. So Darian Grubb now the crew chief for Casey Kane as they move into round 2, or actually race 2 of the opening round, as they'll be again in New Hampshire coming up this weekend. Who's hot? Who's not moving into New Hampshire? Kevin Harvick led 4 times for 59 laps. Chase Elliott, 42 laps for his most since Phoenix. Who is not hot right now would be Rocket Ryan Newman. He had contact with Jamie Murray, which didn't help matters, but Newman's number 31 RCR Racing Chevrolet was off all day long. His 23rd place showing drops him to the bottom of the playoff grid. So on the outside looking in right now would be Matt Kenseth, currently 9th, Ryan Blaney 10th, Jamie McMurray 11th, and Austin Dillon 12th. And so those guys are the ones that are going to need a good running and good showing this weekend at New Hampshire. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., first race as a playoff driver, could not have gone any worse. And ill handling conditions saw his number 17 Ford get into the wall early in stage 1. And so put him 2 laps down. He never recovered, finishing 25th. So not a good day for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. either. So that's a look at NASCAR and what's going on there as they move into New Hampshire and get ready for round 2 of those particular playoffs. And all 3 NASCAR National Series are in action this weekend, but at 2 different venues. The second Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoff race in the round of 16 and the opening race of round 8 in the Camping World Truck Series will both be at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs will kick off at Kentucky Speedway with the first race in the round of 12. So, I know, by the way, people said this show's not going to work and it's not working or wouldn't work back in the beginning. Monster Energy Series and the Xfinity Series events are also live streamed online. How about that? They said, well, this will never work. Live streaming a sports show? That'll never happen. Well, Monster Energy race and the Xfinity race are both going to be live streamed this weekend. And so, yes, it is working, obviously. So, and that's a good thing. We're glad that it is. Here's your points heading off to New Hampshire. In this order, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, the top 5 in points. Then comes Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Blaney. Then the final batch of drivers, Jamie McMurray currently 11th. McMurray is followed by Austin Dillon 12th, Kurt Busch 13th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 14th, Casey Kane 15th, and Ryan Newman is 16th, and that rounds out the field. Here is, by the way, the grid. And Truex, by winning Chicago, is already guaranteed into the next round. So he's right now in the catbird seat, moving into the next round of or next race, I should say, in the first round, coming up this weekend in Chicagoland. Hey, don't forget to Max Medicine Solgar is 20% off. Everything Solgar the month of September. We were there yesterday. And everything that Solgar is 20% off at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max, and you do. Also, the Solgard number 7, great for anti-inflammatory, brings down swelling. A lot of folks use this that are in sports. Also, it's great for arthritis and the joints and the ankles and the elbows and all your joints. Anti-inflammatory, the Solgar number 7, 20% off this month at Max Medicine Mart. Also, they have a line of single herbs, over 20 to choose from. The valerian's good for relaxation. The balswera is good for pain. Bilberry is good for eyesight. So they have a line of single herbs under the umbrella of Solgar that's 20% off this month at Max Medicine Mart. And also they got the liquid vitamin D and the liquid B12 3-month supply, buy one get one free this month again at Max Medicine Mart. Make tracks to Max, and you do, and that's located, of course, as you know, located on Center Street in downtown Kingsport. Quick break. We'll come right back. Begin to wrap this thing up. We're live again at Chick-Fil-A, the Crossings, North Johnson City. We'll come right back right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's run it down before we get out of here again. Major League Baseball today. Day games, the Mets at Miami, Colorado at San Francisco, Night games, the Dodgers at Philadelphia, Milwaukee at Pittsburgh, the Cubs at Tampa Bay tonight, Cardinals in Cincinnati, Washington at Atlanta, and Arizona at San Diego. In the American League day games, Minnesota at New York, Oakland at Detroit. Under the lights tonight, Boston will be in Baltimore at Camden Yards, Kansas City at Toronto, Chicago, the Cubbies will be in Tampa Bay, White Sox at Houston, Cleveland and Los Angeles, the Battle of the Angels, and Texas will be at Seattle. In Major League Baseball, soccer from last night at the high school level, Chucky Doak blanking Daniel Boone 7-0. Cosby's ladies over Austin East 9-0. Dobbins going to beat Tennessee High's girls 3-2 in high school soccer. Greenville shuts out Elizabeth at 7-0. Maryville and Hardin Valley played to a 0-0 tie. Morristown West beat Jeff County 1-0. Science Hills Lady Hilltoppers over Crockett 6-0. Sullivan Central blanking Volunteer 5-0. And Unicoi County beat Sullivan South in girls high school soccer 3-2. In volleyball from last night, Jeff County beat Cock County. Lehigh defeated Cherokee. Morristown West defeated Morristown East. Sullivan South over Johnson County. Science Hills Lady Hilltoppers defeat Sullivan Central. That happened in Tennessee and Virginia last night. J.I. Burton defeated Thomas Walker. John Battles Lady Trojans over Wise Central. Marion defeated Virginia High. Rye Cove defeated Eastside. Union defeated Gate City's Lady Blue Devils in girls high school volleyball. East Tennessee State men's basketball tickets are up on sale for the upcoming men's and women's basketball seasons. Season ticket packages for the women's games at Brooks Gym are $75 apiece. Season packages for the defending Southern Conference men's champions at Freedom Hall start at $110. To learn more, go online at etsubucks.com. And so that's what's going on. Buck basketball tickets are on sale now for the 2017-2018 season. And finally, in sports, it's run down for you. We did it early in the Southeastern Conference, the Atlantic Coast Conference. You have in the Atlantic Division Clemson and Wake Forest on top, both at 1-0. Boston College at 0-1. Everybody else has not started their ACC schedule yet. In the Coastal Division, you have North Carolina, the only team that's got started. They're 0-1. Everybody else has goose eggs. Here's the schedule. Virginia, Friday night at Boise State. On Saturday, the Florida State Seminoles will be at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee to play host to North Carolina. Kent State will be in Louisville. Georgia Tech hosting Pitt. The Virginia Tech Hokies, Yellow Jackets, Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech. That should have beat Tennessee. They beat them everywhere with the scoreboard. That was a bummer. It was a bummer. You okay with Pitt on Saturday? That's going to be all right? I don't know who he is, but I like him. He says, no problem. Panthers are going down in flames. There you go. Yes, sir. Old Dominion will be at Virginia Tech at Lane Stadium. Wake Forest at Appalachian State in Boone. Clemson playing host to Boston College. Miami, the Hurricanes at Toledo. Duke will be at North Carolina. A little bragging rights there between the Tar Heels and the Blue Devils. And Syracuse will be at LSU on Saturday night. And that is a look at the ACC. And again, the Hokies right now at 2-1 on the season. Not 2-1, are they? I'm just double checking here. Are they 2-0, 2-1, or is that a typo? Are they 3-0? Huh. I got to check it before I get off there. That's going to bother me. I thought they were undefeated. And they probably might having a brain burp. Let's see. The Hokies. No, they were. I'm right. They are 3-0. This is a typo. Hokies are 3-0, hosting Old Dominion coming up on Saturday at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Want to say thanks to our guest stopping by, Brian Malone from Express Title and Closing. Also, Karen Hubbs from the GooseChase.org, and Heather Miller came by from right here at Chick-Fil-A to talk to us. Coming up tomorrow, we'll be live at Champion Chevrolet twice tomorrow during the day from 11 to 1 here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 598 tomorrow. We'll be at Champion Chevrolet. Among our guests will be Andy Dietrich, the co-owner of Champion Chevrolet. Also, we'll have there with us, looking forward to hanging out with Jeff Birchfield. He's moved back here from Florida. Birchfield's going to be with us talking NASCAR and the Chase and all three series. Also, we're going to be joined tomorrow by our buddy Carmichael, talking about anything and everything in the sporting world, and also Dave Angie from the News and Neighbors will stop by, talk about sports, and along with Kristen Martin, who works in the internet sales at Champion Chevrolet. So we've got a busy show tomorrow. Then on Friday, we're going to be at Town Acres Elementary School, helping to promote their carnival, their school carnival. But we'll be there doing our show, but we'll be talking some about the carnival, but it's not going to be all about the carnival because we've got a big weekend of sports coming up We're definitely going to be talking about that. And then also, coming up starting tonight, we'll have it for you, the Sean Witten Coaches Show. We'll have that uploaded and ready to go for you, and we'll do that with Coach. We did it with Coach Witten, recorded this morning. We'll have it uploaded and ready to go for you to watch and enjoy, including the highlights of their 49-0 win over Granger, the 76th shutout of Elizabethton Cyclone football in the history of the school. And we'll show that, start that tonight, and we'll let you know when that's available for you to watch the Sean Witten Coaches Show. We're going to we'll start taping it on Tuesdays, and that way you'll have Wednesday, Thursday, and of course it's up there for you to see at any time. And so that's both audio and video. And of course you can go back and listen to the T.A. Duggar Crockett win last night. Duggar defeated him 36-6 in middle school football. We broadcasted that game for you, so you can go back and listen to that too whenever you want. And any of these shows as well. Do us a favor. When you watch the show, like it and share it to your friends. That way it'll go out and it continues to grow every day, and we appreciate that very much. And so we can't thank you enough, and certainly can't thank Jeremiah Clark enough from Appalachian Digital. He and Michael Michael Smith, they do a wonderful job, again, at Appalachian Digital. And they are kind of our social media producer directors of this show, and they do a phenomenal job, and cannot thank them enough. And they can help me, they can help you. AppalachianDigital.com. Need to check them out and see some of their work and see how they can help you. And they love to work with small businesses that need a little oomph in the social media, but may not have the financial resources to spend like the big boys do. So they're all about helping the mom and pop companies, and they do a great job. I tell you, you get a lot of bang for your buck when you let Appalachian Digital take care of your social media. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back in the saddle tomorrow at 11 o'clock from Champion Chevrolet. Until then, for all the folks, again, this is Tom Taylor telling you as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 597 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So long, everybody.